Well, we've continued to report on the issue of homelessness throughout the region.
But now the community is facing a new problem, the working homeless. WENY's Cara Demers sat down and spoke with a local woman about her journey as she looks to get back on her feet.
I was very successful actually my whole entire life. Like I worked at Cornell University for 12 years. That's where I got my degree. I got my hair license. I did really good.
Yet every day, April Mace wakes up at a Catholic charity shelter in Elmira. It's a routine she's gotten pretty used to over the past few months. And despite having a college degree and full-time job, a routine that stems back to November of 2015.
I was in a lot of abusive relationships in that timing, and I was very unhappy. I tried drugs for the first time.
April soon found herself behind bars. After a 1-year jail sentence, the abuse at home continued until she decided to leave. And with nowhere to go, she found herself on the streets.
It was just really scary. Just not the unknown was scary.
April is just one of a growing number of people and even families who are becoming homeless. Experts say now, more than ever, the perception of homelessness is changing.
I'd say about a third of the people who walk through our doors homeless already have jobs and are already working, and it's just not enough. And many of the folks, while they're here, are working sometimes multiple jobs, simply trying to generate enough revenue for support and to move forward.
And for some, that can take months. While April works full-time and is trying to save up money while she gets back on her feet in the shelter, there are guidelines in place people staying there have to follow. That includes leaving each day by 8 a.m., even if work doesn't start for another few hours.
I don't have anywhere to go that I'm comfortable. Like I was sick a few days ago, and I didn't have anywhere to go to like rest. My clothes are in my car. But I work, because I'm trying to get enough money to get money to save up to get an apartment. So it's so hard to kind of balance it out.
On a single night in January of 2017, there were 226 people living without a home in Elmira alone. That's according to a report released by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. That same report also found family homelessness was up throughout the southern tier.
We continue to see a lot of couch surfing, people doubling down just to try to make ends meet.
That's why April has turned to Catholic Charities, which aside from providing a place to stay, has also given her the resources needed to make a change.
They make you feel like very comfortable, where it's going to be okay.
So our job is to keep them safe and off the street, but the other job is really about case management, or connecting them to local supports and resources, treatment services, medical services, other financial employment supports in our community, challenge industries, DSS, really try to help build a foundation underneath them.
April says she continues to work and has even begun touring apartments in hopes of finding a good fit. But for the time being, she's one of many stuck in what she refers to as limbo.
I gave a shelter tour a couple months back, and there was a woman standing out front of the shelter. She said that she was waiting for her daughter, and just then the school bus pulled up and dropped off her daughter for the day. And it just shook me a little bit because without a home address, that child couldn't ride the bus. So this is her home.
Local agencies point to a lack of understanding, also very few affordable housing options. For some, they say there's just simply not enough accessible resources or exposure of where to turn.
I believe we've started to hit a tipping point about the working poor not being able to survive in this community.
And despite each of these obstacles, April says, in a sense, she's one of the lucky ones.
I'm happier now than I ever was before in my life. And that's why people think I'm kind of crazy, but I am. I really am, because I'm who I am. I'm me. And I'm working for what I need. I've had a really rough run of it since I've been born, and right now I don't have that.
Reporting in Elmira, Cara Demers, WENY News.